Good morning, loves. It's Wednesday. The holidays continue on. I hope you guys get ready to start your morning, whatever you have in store. Just to be aware, though, the weather will be cold today, so please stay warm and be extra bundled up with any accessory related to warmth, like a fur coat or a jacket, anything. It's gonna be real cold, so be aware of that. Even I know I should be aware of that too. So yeah. So today I'm making a poem video. This is 153. The last one I did was 152, based and the last one I did, I read a poem that was on my favorite NHL hockey team known as the Boston Bruins. God, I love them. The Bruins are my favorite as ever. So yeah. So today's poem video for 153, I've got two new poems I would love to read to you, loves. I got the first one because I got the first one on two loves that I love seeing all the time, especially when I first started at where I worked at. And the second one is on someone that once worked at WWE, but now he's going back to the independent wrestling scene. And trust me, you're gonna love it because this one's based on this lad. And I did a comment, and I put a comment I believe on his website last night. I think it was on YouTube last night. Yeah, about how he's going back in the ring, and the comment I put on him really made him feel like as if he can really do this. So yeah. So, yep. I'm gonna start with the first one. Before I do, I'm gonna tell you what the first one was about. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday at work, when I got off the bus, as I was going in, I got to see someone I had not seen since she was last seen and since she had retired. And turns out the love was no other than Miss Boyle, someone I used to work. I used to love seeing all the time whenever I came into work. She used to work at the store that I work at. That would be TJ Maxx and Weathersfield on Silas Dean Highway. I loved seeing her all the time, and I really did every time I came into work. When she retired, to be honest, I was very surprised and shocked because I didn't know it was gonna happen. I thought that whenever the time came, I would see her one last time before she retired. But it happened when we were all on lockdown, and then as months went by, I was starting to feel as if I was never going to see her after her retirement. And then next thing you know, yesterday when I came into the store, I was like, wait a second. That love looks, it can't be. I thought it was never happening. I thought it wasn't a dream, but turns out turns out it was Miss Boyle, and I was so thrilled to see it, especially how the day had started. I was like, oh my goodness. I was very thrilled to see her as ever. And turns out she had dyed her hair red. And turns out she also doesn't do it with her lovely hair. She dyed her hair red. Hey, it happens. We all dye our hair colors for something good. So yeah, it felt good seeing her yesterday. So I was able to take a picture of her and Mr. Round like always because I had done it before. They were my favorite when I first came in. So you got one that's entertaining, which is Miss Toronto, which I love about her. And then you have Miss Boyle, who's always there to make everyone feel warm and welcome as ever. So yeah. So get ready as I read you the first one on these two. Just give me 1 second. My oh my oh my. We are the one. Ooh, hey. Alright. Here's this poem based on the loves that I love seeing all the time. I call this poem My Favorite Loves. My favorite loves. Miss Boyle and Miss Serrano are my favorite tag team. I think about them very much in my dream. I remember the first time meeting them in the store where my journey was not ignored. Good times had come as I was working there in mind. Miss Serrano was entertaining like you have never seen. That's a moment you can picture in your head as a screen. Miss Boyle was the best every time I saw her while working. Everyone in the store could not get enough of her. She was the butterfly you thought you would never come across. She and Miss Serrano are besties that really exist as ever. Their friendship blooms like a flower ready to shine. I love seeing her since I started back in 2014. My memories of her will always be something to really admire. The two loves are my favorite to see when the day starts. I can feel the warming gift in my wonderful heart. They will always be besties as you see things clear. Kindness is a wonderful gift they embrace in here. Alright, I'm gonna show you a picture of Miss Boyle and Mr. Rao. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, to be honest with you, um, the picture it's got both of them. They're just wearing masks though, so sorry because we're still trying. Yeah, everything that's happened throughout the past few years. So yeah, let me show you the picture of these two right here. Hang on, sorry, just trying. Oh, hold on. Yeah. All right, here we got Miss Boyle. You can see her with the red hair. Yeah, hold on. Miss Boyle wearing the black jacket. And then we got Miss Serrano in the red and black clothes. Yep. With her store manager badge name with her store manager name badge. So yeah. It felt good seeing those two together, especially how it all was all the time throughout the years. Felt like good times were never forgotten as ever. So yeah, it felt good. Yeah. Felt good to take a picture of them, and I told myself I'll add them to my poetry book, so I'm so glad I did. Yep. And if Miss Serrano and Miss Boyle are watching this, this was dedicated to your loves because I love seeing you guys all the time. You're my favorite as ever, so it's the best part about you guys. Yep. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are loving this poem as ever. Yep. Yep. I keep holding it up so you all can see, so all you loves can see for yourselves. Let me hold it up a little bit more, get more closer. Yeah, so you guys can see for yourselves. So all your loves around the world can see for yourselves. Okay, there you have it. Alright, so that was the first poem. I hope you loves got to see the picture. Yeah, I figured I'd hold it up for a few more minutes before I move on to the next poem I have in store. So yeah, this one's gonna be so yeah. Figured this one would be real good. Yep. And I hope you loves got to see it. So it was real good as ever as I held up the picture to see of both Mr. Arnold and Miss Boyle in the picture as it was that was put in this poem being dedicated to them as ever. So yeah, I hope you loves enjoyed it, including you, Mr. Arnold and Miss Boyle. So yeah, all right. Since we got the first one done, let's move on to the second one. Now the second one, oh, you guys are in for a treat because this is gonna be real good. To let you all know, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I've been watching WWE since I was 12 years old. The first show I remember watching was Friday Night SmackDown. And ever since then, I've been watching wrestling since the fifth grade. So yeah, it's been a memory for me as ever. Yep. So I did a poem on a lad that used to work for WWE that used to work at WWE, and he was part of the NXT brand where NXT was kicking ass every night it came on, whether it was a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. To begin with, it came on Wednesday nights when it made the jump from being on the WWE network to being on USA network. And ever since and NXT was always kicking it was kicking ass so badly. It was the one that was sending ratings straight into the air. It was one that was skyrocketing as ever, like you had never seen as always. So it made you feel like as if NXT was the how do I say this? NXT was the bar that could not be broken as ever. It was the bar that rose everything to a whole new level of wrestling, of ass kicking wrestling as ever. So yeah, so this poem is based on a lad that used to work for WWE, but he got released somewhere around this year when WWE was doing no other than how do I say this, which is something we all know when it comes to reality. Let's just say budget cuts were the reason that this lad got released and a couple of other WWE superstars. So yeah. So so this poem is based on someone that you all know very much, including myself. Even myself knows about this. Even I know about this lad. You may know him as Only Lorcan, but now he is going to return to the independent wrestling scene, and that happens come next year in February. So be on the lookout for that. And I also put a comment on his website where he will be the one to kick ass in Boston style. So if so, this poem is on no other than Mr. Biff Busick. And Mr. Biff Busick, if you're ever watching this poem is dedicated to you, my friend, because I can't wait to see you return to the wrestling ring, even when they post the matches on YouTube. So yeah, I will be on the lookout for that. So my poem is going to be on is known. My second poem is on no other than Biff Busick, who is also from my favorite place in the entire world as ever, and that is Boston, Massachusetts, Beantown. That's right, Beantown, my friends. Yeah, he's a Boston native, especially a Bruins fan as ever, a Bruins lad as ever, and he and I have something in common because I'm a Bruins lad too. So yeah. Biff Busick. If you're ever watching this, lad, this one is for you as I read you the next poem. The next poem is on Biff Busick, as the name of this poem that's on him is called Mr. Boston. Before I get into it, I want to be honest with you. I wanted to give him like the Boston Transformer name for this poem, but you know what? Mr. Boston sounded really good, so I was like, Mr. Boston, it should be. So let's get to this. Hang on. Mr. Boston. I see an individual who has walked the streets before, where nighttime is never forgotten in store. He has come a long way since the trail. There will be no signs of derail. Boston is the home where his journey started to exist. He had to survive by using his ultimate weapon, the fist. His wounds are never erased while starting to heal. Time has seen him grow. Time has seen him grow. Has seen him grow throughout the journey for real. This lad will not back down from war coming to play. He can smell a knock on the door from Judgment Day. Say hello to a fighting fellow you can never bend. He has been through a lot to be mend. His journey has been through a severe path of fire. The hometown praises him as they come to admire. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you a lad you have not met. His name is something you will never forget. Hold on, hold on a second. Let me read this before I show you the picture. Well, actually, I'm gonna show you right now. This right here is Biff Busick. You may recognize him as Only Lorcan from back in his days in the WWE, especially in NXT. And you can see I put underneath this picture saying, the name is Mr. Boston, and I dare you to bring the fight straight to my door. So, Biff, if you're ever watching this, this was dedicated to you, my friend. Yep, Biff Busick, ladies and gentlemen, or as I like to call him, Mr. Boston, as ever. I'm gonna hold up the picture so you all can see for yourselves, especially for you diehard wrestling fans, especially in the independent wrestling scenes as ever. Hey, any wrestling fans around the world, this is for all of you, so you can see for yourselves. Okay, there you have it, my friends. There you have it, my friends. That was the second poem based on. That was the second poem that was on Biff Busick, as I like to call him, Mr. Boston. Boston, yep, Mr. Boston. I hope you loves enjoyed this. This was a very wonderful poem video to do. I mean, this is 153, and I'm glad I got to do this one this morning before I had to take care of anything. So I hope you loves enjoyed this, especially you, Biff, and especially you, Mr. Ronald and Miss Boyle, on the first poem I did on YouTube. So yeah. So I'm so glad I got to do this, and I hope you loves around the world enjoyed this as ever. So I say these words right out. Thank you for your time. Enjoy today. Like I said, stay warm, stay bundled up. If you're going out, please stay bundled up as ever, so you don't catch a cold or anything that could get you sick as ever. So remember, stay warm, stay bundled up, do whatever it takes to stay warm as ever and not get cold and not get sick by the cold. So, yeah, thank you for your time, loves, and I will see you all next time. Take care and enjoy today.